will bring you the latest and most trusted news for the next few minutes. With me, Zahra, let's look at the following news. Go. Of PT Rayon Utama Makmur or RUMWs in Sukoharjo is again being felt by residents of Ngrapa Hamlet, Gibet Village, Ngitar District, Sukoharjo Regency, Central Java. As a result of the smell of Rayon factory waste, they, on Friday night, January 10, 2020, came to the official residence of Sukoharjo Region, Wara Damayanti, to ask for accountability. This is a form of action of residents because they can no longer breathe fresh air in their homes. They even stayed overnight in front of the region official residence until Saturday at 10 a.m. There were about 40 residents who took part in staying overnight at the region house. Now I have connected with my colleague who was at the location. Good afternoon, Raisya. Can you hear me? How was the situation that you see there now?
Zahra, viewers, here I see that conditions around the environment are starting to improve, even though the smell of sewage is still a little smell. Meanwhile, PT room, which caused this pungent odor, appeared while it was still closed. So here I've been with one of the residents who lives around here. Good afternoon, Andhenas. How do you see the current condition about environmental?
Good afternoon. Now we are starting to try to do activities as usual again. I think the smell has also started to diminish, so it doesn't really disrupt our activities anymore. Just waiting for how the government policy will be.
Yesterday, precisely when the smell of sewage was surfaced, the residents had come to the region's official residence. Not only coming, but also staying there. Is it true that happened?
It's really happened because I was also included there. So, with about 40 other people, I went to the region's official residence. It was actually just a show of protest against the district head and asking for police from the district to quickly resolve the issue.
40 people? It's pretty crowded too. When will the protest end?
The protest was actually finished from the night. There are some residents who choose to spend their night around the region's official residence, so it does not disperse immediately.
Oh, so it doesn't disperse immediately. Means until the next day. Why do some people choose to spend the night around the region's official residence?
Well, actually, after the protest is over, we will all disband and return to our homes. However, the smell of waste that still obstruct the environment will make our rest disturbed a little. So some residents choose to spend the night around the region's official residence.
Oh, I see. Previously, did anyone propose to spend the night around the region's official residence? Or is it just a desire of the people together?
First, although there is indeed a proposal, because the residents who felt the same thing, namely too difficult to sleep in their respective homes, some of them agreed. Even so, there are also some residents who go strong home.
I heard the PT room has also been around for a long time in your area. Every time they made a production, the factory will definitely produce waste. Has the odor of the waste like this happened in this area?
Actually, even like this, they happened several times here. But because the incident at the time wasn't as bad as now, so we didn't really mean it. Maybe that's why we decided to jointly ask for police from the region because this incident has happened repeatedly.
Switch to PT room. What is the condition of the factory now? Is it still closed?
For the factory, it is still closed. This gives us a little peace because at least the smell did not return. In addition, the factory was closed until the government found the right solution to overcome this.
As a good society, surely we want life in our area to be better. Do you have suggestion or advice for this area going forward?
My input for the future is that we must work together to protect the environment because waste does not only come from factories. In addition, the government must immediately take decisive action.
Alright, then we are sufficient to get there here of the question. Thank you to our resource person, Miss Andhenas. Then I submit to the studio.
Thanks to Raisya, who have sent information directly from the location. Now we move on to the next news. From the news previously explained, I will discuss about waste. Based on previous news, waste, in addition to damage the surrounding environment, apparently can also disrupt the activities of local residents. Waste is a waste product that is produced from a production process. Waste consists of domestic and non-domestic waste. Domestic waste is waste generated from the remainder household activities, market, schools, public place, and others. The examples of domestic waste include cans, plastic, used bottles, food scraps, residual, detergent, water, etc. In addition, non-domestic waste is a waste generated from industry, fabric, and others. The examples of the non-domestic waste include fabric residues or textile industry, coloring agents, preservatives, and so on. Waste that is not managed properly will certainly have a negative impact on people's lives and the surrounding environment. The impact of waste on humans is the emergence of various diseases such as diarrhea, typhus, nerve disorders, shortness of breath, and others. Now, over to my correspondent Gabriel, who was at the location. Gabriel?
Thank you. Here we will discuss more clearly about waste with me of the communities around here. Beside me, there is already Bill, who is the local community. Good afternoon, Bill. Surely, you are already familiar with the word of waste. In your opinion, what is waste?
In my opinion, everyone not only know the word waste, but also sees its factor in the existence of waste. So, in my opinion, waste is a waste product that is product from the production process.
Indonesia is a country that produces a lot of waste. This is influenced by the large population of Indonesia because the needs of the large number of residents will also produce a lot of waste. In your opinion, does it disturb your life?
If it depends on the type of waste. If the waste in the form of gas can be annoying because it can cause the air to become polluted. But if liquid waste is more disturbing to animals in the river.
So, it depends on the type of waste. In urban areas like this, the level of waste is definitely high. What waste pollutes the environment in this area the most?
One of the most polluting waste in the every moment is factory waste, because in addition to causing air pollution, can also pollute river water. It also makes the ambient temperature hot.
So the factory waste is the most polluting waste in the environment. Then what about the awareness surrounding community? Are there still many people who will drink?
So far, there are still many people around who are littering. Since from the waste, there are still fibers on several sides of the road. It seems the public awareness of waste is still lacking.
To reduce the negative impact of waste, public awareness is needed. Do you have an opinion in order to increase the level of public awareness about waste, at least for a little better?
Yes, there is, so the government must make a policy so the community no longer carelessly dispose of waste, like giving a fine of 500 rupiah to each person who carries out the acts.
500 rupiah? It can be made, but isn't too expensive?
I think that's enough. The way people will not dare to dispose of garbage anywhere, but it's all depend on the government.
We said public awareness to reduce the negative impacts of the waste. Waste management need to be done. waste management can be done alone in group? Is there a movement around here to manage waste?
Yes, there is. For example, there is a movement recycle plastic waste. This waste management movement was initially proposed by the government to reduce plastic waste. After that, the recycled products are sold in the market.
So recycling is the way managing waste carried out in your area. Is there a conclusion you would like to make or the suggestion maybe?
So we cannot avoid or keep waste away from our lives because basically humans will continue to do the production process to meet their needs. Just how do we management in order to reduce the negative impact?
Okay, I think it's enough up here. Thank you for your time, Mr. Bill. Then I submit to the studio.
Thanks to Gabriel for informing directly from the scene. Now we move on to the third news. Some regions in Indonesia, its citizens haunted by wasp stings, even killed the victims. For example, a farmer in Tuban died after being stung by hundreds of wasps. In his body found at least 180 traces of poison bee stings. The farmer, known as Japar, a resident of Konongasari village, Soko district, Tuban Regency, was able to get treatment at the hospital before finally breathing out his last. Some cases in Garut, West Java, when 4 students fell victim to wasp stings after harassing their nest in one of the houses in Boyongbong district. 1 in 4 students dies after being stung by bees. The rest must receive intensive care. Actually, there is a first aid kit for someone who was stung by a wasp. This first aid is generally done for someone who is not due to badly stung because this method is only intended to prevent a more severe reaction to the victims. Therefore, it is important for us to know the procedures that must be applied as first aid in dealing with wasp sting victims. Okay, in different places, my colleagues will explain more clearly about how to be the first aid in wasp sting. Already connect? Good afternoon, Tasya. You can explain how to step in first aid for a wasp sting victim.
Thank you, Zahra. Viewers, in Currently in hospital, immediately there is our doctor visiting. Good afternoon, Dr. Wara. Speaking of wasp attacks, what do you think wasp attacks or sting? Is this being stung by was cause person to lose his?
This can happen. These stings or wasps can cause allergic reactions in some people. If not immediately given treatment and medications for the sting, the condition can lead to an allergic reaction called anaphylactic shock that threatens a person's life.
Oh, so whether or not there depends or sting is immediately overcome or not. Means we sort underestimate this. But what causes person the expression allergy reaction after being stung by a wasp?
Keep in mind, the sting from a bee or wasp contains sharp thorns that are bound to a poison sac. The poison will be pumped into the body after the bees land. This allergy to toxin then cause an allergic reaction.
As you said before, after being stung by a wasp, there are those who experience an allergy reaction. Some are not. Are the symptoms as from the wasp sting and are there differences in symptoms between those who experience an allergy reaction and those who do you know?
Of course, there is in most people, these stings only cause pain, swelling, redness to warm sensations, and itching at the site of a sting that lasts for several days without serious complication. But in some people who have severe allergic reaction, the impact can be pain and through swelling of the entire arm or leg for a week or more.
Wow, it's the worst too. Means we must immediately do first IPA. Jump in of the exposure to these things. So, what tips are with the first I stung by bees?
When stung by bees and wasps can be done if there is no reaction that is too severe. This is done so that the bee or wasp stings do not cause other health problems or get worse. To make it clear, we use visuals. The first step in first aid is to get rid of the sting left by bees or wasps by using hard, sharp objects such as knives or credit cards. Remove the sting left behind slowly. Try not to squeeze the poison back. The faster you get rid of the string, it will reduce the amount of toxins that enter the body.
So we have to related sting what the livestock. This is using a of credit card. Is it a perseverance figure to remove the sting? So no need to speed time up to test object.
That can be done because by removing using a finger can press the poison off of the sting and then into a person's body, so it is recommended to use a knife or credit card.
So you can duck. I think it can get off the sting faster behalf. Then what's the next step, Doc?
Next, place an ice pack compressed in this area affected by the string. If you are strong in your legs or arms, raise your legs or arms so that they are in higher position. For example, putting your feet on chair that is higher than the chair that is occupied, and if you wear accessories in a string hand, remove all the accessories from the strong arm. This is next.
Must be referred from the dog. Does mean a sting the what must be referred to? Why do you have to take off the dog?
Yes, it must be removed. This is done so that the accessories do not inhibit the area of the string that will swell. Make sure the strong area is free of obstructions. This can all be the first attempt to overcome a wasp string.
Pretty essay, Doc, but besides using the method is the card for wasting, as given to until possible.
Of course, there is to limit local reactions and reduce itching. Use antihistaminic class drugs, then use pain medications to treat pain. In addition, you can also use a hydrocortisone ointment in the sting class. This can help reduce redness, itching, and swelling. However, if other severe conditions occur, immediately see a doctor. This must be done because first aid when stung by bees can only help for a moment. By going directly to the doctor, it will reduce the risk of worsening conditions.
Yes, however, the best was is see doctor. Okay, I think this is enough. Thanks to Dr. Who estimated the step of first aid to people who were stung by wasps. Viewers have a full. The steps are useful and can greatly be done if on a day see some stung by wasps. Okay, I think it's enough up to here. Thank you for your Miss Wara. Thank is submit to studio.
Alright, thank you Tasya. So viewer, start protecting our environment as a beginning of a form of reducing the negative and keep careful wherever you are. That's info today. I'm from the Indonesian News with Drew. Happy running your activities and see you later.